Meet the starting lineup for the visiting Phoenix Suns. At center, Kawhi Leonard. At guard, Walker. At forward, Kevin Durant. At forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. At guard, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Monty Williams. Introducing the starting five for your San Antonio Spurs. 6'8", at forward, number 10, Jeremy Sohan. The big man, number 23, Zach Collins. 6'5", starting at forward, number 25, Keldon Johnson. 6'5" forward, number 24, Devin Vassell. 6 foot even. At guard, number 3, Chris Paul.
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside David. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Now the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Durant. Antetokounmpo is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's LeBron James. And it's Walker in at the 2 guard. On for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Collins. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Sohan in at the 4. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1990. To 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Famers.
Now here's Giannis. LeBron dishes to Walker. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Durant. There's the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Here's Sohan. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Suns. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the basket by Vassell.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Leonard finds Walker, and the basket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Kept alive, and he dumps it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. The three from KD. He can't hit that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Sohan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Paul. Stolen by Walker. Collins against Antetokounmpo. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Sohan.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
Graham with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And Jang gets it to go.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Suns trail by 3. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Walker the pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for KD. Phoenix no good that time either.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The pass to Jang. Vassell with it. Leonard's there. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Now, here's Vassell. 17 points in his last outing. To the right side. Jang with the screen for Graham. That one off the back iron and out.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Leonard, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
A superstar who kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Tied up with that one. Roby, he's checked in for San Antonio. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Jokic, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Davis comes in for Kevin Durant. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Walker. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for LeBron. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Guarded by Doncic. Pass to Roby. Kicks it to Graham. Fires from deep. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Jumps up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless. And you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
And here is Graham. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Suns ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll get going after this from AT&T Center.
Please give a big round of applause. applause for your Spurs team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And so Graham will bring it up for San Antonio. It's a three-point game. We've got Devontae Graham. Collins is out there with Johnson. And it's Roby in at the power forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game. Ball checked in for Devontae Graham.
First team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Zach Collins.
Find the lane.
At the line
Find
for
the lane. One shot.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside for Curry. Williamson with the screen for Curry. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Ball with the ball. Johnson for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, these teams were not on even ground last year, but no matter what it looks like on paper, we see teams make big turnarounds every season.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Paul against Morant. Collins setting the pick for Paul. Shoots over Morant. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Suns lead by 3. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a half strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
And the basket by Vassell.
From Zach Collins.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game. Curry passes to Jokic. Doncic kicks to Curry. Morant against Paul. Outside for Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. It's Morant in the corner. Williamson, the pass to Curry. Back to Williamson. Off target at the rim.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Ball against Morant. Now Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Spins. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. has a screen on Graham. Walker finds Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 1.
Walker.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Graham against LeBron. Graham, the pass to Sohan. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Up top, Graham. James covering.
Walker. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Graham against James. Graham with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
KD, that's for 2. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Tie game in San Antonio. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. In the Eastern Conference, LaMelo Ball.
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
Yeah, he's the man on the squad right now. Defensive scheme him every trip up the floor, and it makes no difference.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
So far, their shot selection has been excellent. They're finding their spots. They have to feel very good about that.
Yeah, but they have to stay focused. This is not a time to get cocky.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's San Antonio with it. Following this, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Antetokounmpo, who's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Durant is out there with LeBron James, and it's Walker in at the shooting guard. And Giannis's journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
Leonard kicks to LeBron. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Vassell. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 6.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now, here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Walker with some nice D.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
LeBron dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to James. Giannis outside. Passes it to Walker. Here's Leonard. It's deflected. Here's Sohan. Covered by Giannis. Pass to Sohan. Out left to the wing. LeBron grabs the miss.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Back to Walker. Antetokounmpo passes to KD. And it's good for 2. Durant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Walker, sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be playing.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
Now, Doncic following the three-point attempt by Jokic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The pass to Jang. Takes it inside. And they pick up 2. Jang's got 5 points in the quarter. Richard, the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right. They've always done it.
And you got to, when you're a small market, got to invest in development.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Graham from outside. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Here's Jokic. And the layup is good. And now a 6-point Phoenix lead.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Jokic with the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so Graham will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Puts up a 3. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Courtney Dang. Johnson is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Sohan in at the power forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
First personal foul. First team foul. Sun substitution. Stephen Curry.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Curry. Inside. Embiid, no good. Spurs trail by 8. Kicks it to Graham. Dishes it to Johnson. Davis with some nice D. The Suns' shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Jokic. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Boston Celtics.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Doncic after the basket by San Antonio. Outside for Curry. Embiid from outside. Another three for Phoenix.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Spurs trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Timeout called, the Suns. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jokic. Kevin Durant comes in for Anthony Davis. And Lillard subbed in for Luka Doncic. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Lillard. And there's the feed to Embiid. Williamson, the pass to Embiid. Lillard with no one around. And he's way off from outside. To the middle, here's Collins. And Durant sends it back.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
And the well is running dry for him right now.
fall.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now Embiid, after Keldon Johnson missed from long range. 6 on the shot clock, outside for Curry. They grab their own miss. Shoots the 3. Williamson outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Vassell. Not a lot of room. And it's Paul missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Suns.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Paul kicks to Vassell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Lillard finds Embiid. Embiid with a screen on Collins. Lillard way outside. No good. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, you know, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long.